Hare Krishna, Deepak. Hello, everyone. Let us give few more minutes.
Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha Shri Rupam Jagjatam Sadhana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna-Chaitanya-Devam Srinatha Krishna-Padam Savanaralitam Sri-Vishakhanvitam Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama.
Hare Krishna. Am I audible? Suresh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Thank you for joining another wonderful week. I hope all of you are in good health. So let us start without any delay. Let people join. Om Ajnana-timirandasya Jnana-Jana-Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Shapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamakyam Tadati Swapatantikam Vandegam Shri Guru Shri Yuda Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavam Cha Shri Rupam Sagrajadam Sagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadodam Parijana Sagitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitam Cha Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Shrimade Bhakti Vedanta Swami Dinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirbhisesha Shunyavadi Pashyat Deshatarine Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pratayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratishe Namaha Ye Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopecha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sude Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhasya Kripa Sindhubhye Vacha Patitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ramo Rama Ramo Hare Hare. Thank you very much once again. This is going to be the last sessions of Essence of Vedas, and we will be starting the new one. How many of you come for the first time? I can see Charlata Mataji has come for the first time. Anybody else who has come for the first time? Vaidyanathan Prabhu, I can see for this session you have come for the first time. Welcome all of
Hare
you.
Krishna Prabhuji, yes.
Welcome,
Thank you.
welcome. So anybody else who has come for the first time, other than this, kindly please unmute and you can tell your name if you're coming for the first time.
I am also Prabhuji, Sudhakar from Hyderabad.
Jai, thank you, Sudhakar Prabhu. Okay, so let's
Hare
get
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Welcome all of you. Anyhow, I'm going to give a summary of what happened in the last 4 weeks. For the benefit of people who have come for the first time, just let me set the context. Probably most of you already know about this Touchstone. Touchstone is an initiative I have started in the month of May. This is to get together all like-minded people and practice the Sanatana Dharma. So then we have created various digital platform channels. All our recordings, whatever we do, the sessions are posted on the on the YouTube, and also we have a Facebook community where you can join, where we would be sharing more every day our realizations and experiences, and any questions we can have more chat. I would request people, if you're not on first time comers, you can on the WhatsApp group. I will send you the link. We have all the communication happens through that channel. I'll be appreciate if you can join that. Just give me a second. So I'm just pasting in the chat. If you are not part of this WhatsApp group, kindly do join in. So how many of you in this group was at least attended 4 or 5 sessions? Some of you might be in the Kannada session. Some of you might be in the English only. Put together, all of them put together. How many of you right from this month, May, attended at least 4 sessions, if not 5? Anybody can type their name or you can unmute yourself. Anybody else? Anyone else who has attended 5 sessions, all the 5 sessions? Or 4?
No, Prabhuji. I attended 4 sessions, Prabhuji.
Your good name?
Abhishek, Prabhu.
Abhishek, Jai. Thank you very much, Abhishek. Okay, who else? Thank you, Abhishek. We're going to send you a special gift hamper for you to say a gratitude and thank you very much. It is mean a lot to us because we are trying to have the small community of group and try to practice it. It is not just a few sessions. It's going to be a few years of how we going to together and we can go into work. So Abhishek, I really appreciate, and we will send you you can separately send me your address details. Then we will try to hand over some gift to you later point in time. So anybody else? Sudha ma'am, I know you've been attending for some time. How many sessions you've attended? Dr.
Prabhuji, three sessions.
Including Kannada?
Yeah, including Kannada. 1 English and 2 Kannada sessions.
Okay. Okay. Raja Ram Satyamurthi has the 3rd session. No problem. We will take 3rd session also, because I know one time there was a lot of rain and things like that. I will still go ahead with 3, 4 or 5. So Raja Raman, thank you so much. And Sudha ma'am, thank you so much. Dr. Lata, yes, she has attended 3 sessions. Thank you very much. So anyone else before I move on to the next session? Next slide. So anybody else who has attended 3 sessions at least minimum? Deepak, thank you so much, Deepak. I really appreciate it. Really means a lot your time taking out and coming. It shows your commitment, sincerity to practice it. I really appreciate. You don't post it in the openly publicly your address. If you can send it to any of the admins or to me separately in the WhatsApp or message, or you can call us. Then I will try to see how I can courier it. I think the courier should start working now. So we should be able to share some gift with you. Thank you so much. And so before I move on, anyone else? wants to go for three sessions? Anybody has attended 3 sessions and more, including Kannada? Guru Raj attended all the 4 sessions. Haribol, very good. Sumit Prabhu, how many have attended? Okay, so you can keep chatting. I will take down.
Prabhuji, I attended all sessions.
All very good, fantastic. Congratulations. So just to give you a brief background about Touchstone today, little bit extension, it will be extended a little bit. Forgive me because this is the last session, so I just want to cover up a lot of things. And for the newcomers who are attending for the first time, just to let you know that the objective of the Touchstone group is that we want to learn the Vedas, whatever available, or the Sanatana Dharma, whatever scriptures available, then practice it into our life. Then also preserve for the younger generation who is coming it, because most of the time the values are, how much or you tell your kids to do it, they don't do it because they'll see whether we are practicing or not. So if we practice, they'll catch up. So the values are caught than more than taught. So the objective of this group is that May we started, May and June we want to focus to reach out to more people. Our objective is that we want to reach 108 people. Once we reach 108 people, in the July month, we planning to start more of workshop session. Now it's COVID lockdown, so we are not able to do a lot of practical section, interactive sessions, the practical way of doing it. A lot of competitions, festivals for the kids and for us to learn instruments, mantras, how to worship, a lot of yoga practice it. All of them will happen. So since the lockdown is continuous, we will try to do it through Zoom, but it is done when the workshops are done in person. But we will see how to go about it. So in the May month, we have done Vedas, Essence of Vedas. In the June month, we're going to do more on the Bhagavad Gita. And July onwards, you will see more of practical things happening, a lot of activities happening, workshops are happening in the part of it. But I humbly seek all your support. Try to refer to the people. At least we want, right now we are about 30 to 40 active people, but we want to reach about 108. I really appreciate this month. There are so many admins have helped me to reach out many people, and especially Guru Raj Prabhu. I would like to thank you so much for bringing your friends on this platform. And at least you can, all of you can help me with 1 or 2 or at least minimum 5. That would really help me to reach 108. Once that is done, then we would have a very close community where we will be exchanging on the Facebook on the personal level. So this is a private group, it's not open to anyone. And then we want to practice it and preach to our kids. So this is the objective on which I have started. Probably I have not told you in many of the session. I'm revealing to you now. This is the objective of this touchstone. If you're all seeing any values or benefit, kindly please pass on to at least one member so that we can reach 108 by this month, and July onwards we will do it. So give you a more idea on what we have done so far. Quick summary on the Vedas. We have done 4th session. Today is the 5th session. And the next month, June, we're going to have why should we read Gita? And there are a lot of solutions. Sometimes we would get anger, depressed, confused about how to take a decision, or sometimes he was enemy. So there are various references to practically how do we apply this Bhagavad Gita. That's what we're going to talk about it. Okay. So that's what we're going to see. And today also you would have seen some posting by a kid, nice drawing done by that. So similarly, we will also, starting from October on month, more of kids program, because right now it is a COVID situations, all the schools are locked down. We will be starting, extending this program to our family. So this is going to be a family where all of us going to get together and practice this Bhakti Yoga. That is the objective. So without much delay, I would start today's program, but this is just to give you a schedule. Week 1, week 2, week 3, 4 for the month of June. We're going to have these topics: material problem and spiritual solution, art of work, who am I, the art of mind control. So this will be done. You can, if you're already registered, don't bother, but this is a registration link for your friends to share. If you're already part of WhatsApp group, anyhow, you'll get it. We are not too sure about still using the Zoom, because a lot of people have raised, some people are not sure about using Zoom. We'll also try to explore other option. If not, we'll continue with the Zoom, but we'll keep you updated. So it's very important that you subscribe to the WhatsApp group. Now, coming to the this week topic, this is going to be the summary of our last 4 weeks. There is knowledge is available everywhere. The original knowledge came from Vedas. That is the origin. So we established Prasthanatraya. There are 3 ways of you can establish the knowledge. For those who are already attended, can you just let me know what is that? Can anyone remember what are the 3 things through which we can establish the knowledge? Anyone remember?
Prabhuji, Shabda Pramana, Anumada Pramana, Pratyaksha Pramana.
Okay, that is the acquiring the knowledge. Excellent. That is the how you acquire the knowledge. This is how to establish the knowledge, the Vedas. What are the 3 ways in which the Veda was established? You know the answer. Probably the technical.
Smrti.
Okay, that's good.
Sruti, Smrti.
What is the third one?
Nyaya.
Sruti, Smrti,
Okay.
and Nyaya.
So the entire encyclopedia of knowledge, let it be any engineering, or it could be a medical, or it could be a life, or it could be a spirituality, all the knowledge. You take any branch of the knowledge, you go to MIT, is the highest university, there are so many branches available. All the knowledge of the political science, let it be political science, what not, we have seen that in the previous slide in the first week 1. All the knowledge are in the Vedas. There is nothing outside. Whatever we learn, there is nothing outside in the Vedas. Then we also classified, this is very important to learn both how to maintain our life. So for example, civil architecture, Dhanur Vidya, how to politically, manage, fight, all those things it is there. So that is to maintain our life. But in order to get our spiritual understanding, then we need to know the Paravidya. There is Aparavidya and Paravidya. Paravidya is the spiritual knowledge. The spiritual knowledge is established in the 3 ways. One is Shruti, Smrti, and Nyaya. Shruti is which is heard. Basically, what is been told by Brahmaji, realized knowledge, he spoke this Shruti. Then the Rishya, Guru, Shishya, they just understood and they were passing it on. It is something what we heard. It is not written down. Smrti is something which after based on the Shruti, whatever they heard, the Rishis for our benefit, they have written down a lot of scriptures. That is called Smrti, Smaran. It comes from the word Smaran, means which to be remembered, and they have written a lot of things. Now, there is another part. Third part is the Nyaya, means the why part. The Shruti is what is Veda? What is that I need to learn? What is the knowledge? The Smrti is how do I apply this knowledge? The Nyaya is why should I apply? Sometimes when you ask the kid to do something, they'll say, why should I do? Oh, you are following, it's okay, your custom, you do it. Why should I follow? The reason for why the part of it, why you need to accept certain principles, why you need to follow certain things, that's a Nyaya part of it. So give it in a simple, the Vedas are established in 3 ways: Shruti, Smriti, and Nyaya. Shruti is what is heard. Smriti is what you remember, written by people. The Nyaya is something which is why part of it. Out of this, Shruti, the Nyaya and Smriti should always based on the Shruti. Shruti is our basis, which is been told revealed by Vishnu to Brahmaji. That is the basis for us, the 4 Vedas. That is the basis on which everything is written. So all of them should substantiate Nyaya, Smriti should always to connect to the Shruti. So all the given point of time, all the Shruti, Smriti, Nyaya should talk about the same thing. Right? And there are few things, Smriti and Nyaya, interchangeably they will exchange, but basically the Smriti and Nyaya all comes from Shruti. This is called Prasthanatraya. Shruti is Auprashaya, means which is not written by any human being. But Smriti and Nyaya written by the human being or Rishi, sages like Rishi was written it. Why Shruti is important? It is called Auprashaya, means it is not written by any person. Now coming to that little detail about what the Shruti contains. You might remember, I told you first the Vedas came out. There was one Veda, originally it was Yajur Veda. Then it was broken down into 4, Rik, Yajur, Sama, Atharvana Veda. Then again, the Rik, Yajur, Sama, Atharvana Veda, some things called prayers, something how do you worship, how do you homa, yagya. The Sama Veda is nothing but metrically, poetically, how do you sing these mantras. Atharvana is to deal with all your how to maintain our life, how to do a social etiquette with other community. It's more of to do with lifestyle management. Rig is more of prayers, mantras. It is there how to worship the Lord. Yajur is most of the applying yajna and all like that. So this is called murmuring. So you do some mantras like this, right? So that is all mentioned in the Yajur. So these are basically given for us to follow. And this again, Rik, Yajur, Sam, Atharvana, individually they are divided into 4 sections: Samhitas, Brahmanas, Aranyakas, and Upanishad we saw. Samhitas is more of mantras type. Brahmanas for the people who are living in the city life. Aranyakas is for the Aranyaka means forest. For the people who are living in the forest, like more of Vanaprasthara, sannyasis, those olden days, they all used to live in the hut in the forest. For those people, how to live their life. Upanishad is the philosophical aspect of the entire summary of the Vedas. So any questions on that before I move on to Smrti? Any question on Shruti? If you're not understood for the newcomer first time, please do ask before I move on to the next one. Okay. Any questions? Okay, next one. The Smrti we saw. Anyone remember anything on the Smrti? What we covered in the Smrti? Anyone remember anything? You can say any word. That's fine. There's nothing or right or wrong. You're going to learn it again. Smriti, anyone remembers anything on the Smriti? Okay, so we saw the 3 things. One is the Veda Angas. Apart from Veda, when it came out of the mouth of Brahma, there are also Veda Angas. How to learn the Sanskrit? Because all of them Vedas are in Sanskrit. In order to understand how to pronounce, what is the grammar, what is the meter in which I have to sing, dictionary, all those things are called Veda Angas. There are 6 Veda Angas. Which also came out. Then there is Agamas, how to worship different Devatas and Devis and Vishnu, Shiva, how to worship them, the Agamas came. And finally, the Puranas also written, that is called 5th Veda, because whatever Yajur Veda are left out, Yajur was divided into Rik, Yajur, Sam, Atharvana Veda. There are few verses were left out. That's all compiled into Puranas and Idikasas. There are 18 important Puranas. The Nidikasas like Ramayana, Mahabharata, that is also considered, because in the Kali Yuga, when it came, Vyasadeva knew that we are not so intelligent, we don't remember whatever it is, and Sanskrit people will not learn, they will not know. It takes about 7 to 8 years, and most of the knowledge is already lost. The only 6% of the Vedas is what currently available. Everything is lost. So bits and pieces you will not be able to understand. So he compiled this Mahabharata. Anyone who reads Mahabharata or Ramayana, that is more than sufficient to understand what is the principal Vedas given in a sense. So it was written by Ganeshji on the request of Vyasadeva, which we saw in that. So the Mahabharata and Puranas, it is considered as a 5th Veda that is more than sufficient to understand the Shruti, because most of the Shruti is already lost. We don't have much of them. Even though it is written by the person, but Vyasadeva is the literal incarnation of the God. So he is empowered to do that, and he wrote these Puranas for us to easily understand. So any question on Smrti? Anybody wants to comment anything, or anybody anything they want to add? How many Puranas are there? Does anyone remember how many Puranas I told you? Upanishad, there are 108 Upanishads are there. So how many Puranas are there?
18
Yes.
Puranas.
Very good. So there are 18 Puranas are there, out of which Srimad Bhagavatam, the Bhagavat Purana is the important one. Now let us look at the Nyaya, which I've done last week. Some of you did not attend, would have watched the video. But anyone has any clue about Nyaya? What is Nyaya? Or anything which you remembered? Any keyword which you remember in the Nyaya? Okay. So the Nyaya contains 3 parts. One is Saddarshana I talked about. There are various rishis, they have written their philosophy. Darshana means which comes out of that. So there are so many Smritis written, so many things are written. What is the philosophy? Somebody written about yoga, somebody's written about Sankhya, Nyaya, things like that we saw. There is important one is that Mimamsa, Uttara Mimamsa, which is written by the Vyasadeva, which was accepted as a Vedanta Sutra. Means the 4 Vedas were written, but people not able to understand. So Vyasadeva, what he did is written into little formula type, but that was so difficult that people cannot understand. So what happened is there are a lot of acharyas who came, like Ramanujacharya, Madhvacharya, Nimbarkacharya, Shankaracharya. So all of the Madhvacharya, they all came, Baladev Bhushan, they all came and written the commentary. I was mentioning any sampradaya you want to follow, any sampradaya to be established in olden days, they should write commentary on Shruti, Smrti, Nyaya, especially this Vedanta Sutra. Unless they have written Bhashya, then that philosophy is not accepted. So I am not going to detail about Advaita, Advaita and all, which I have already presented. You can go and watch the YouTube video if you want to know more about what is this philosophy about. Of course, I touched about little high level, but we will be having going forward the detailed discussion on that. So Vedanta Sutra is the summum bonum of Nyaya. On that Vedanta Sutra, there are many authors have written commentaries, out of which this Bhagavatam is the natural commentary on the Vedanta Sutra. Then I have established last week how this Gayatri Mantra plus the importance of the Vedanta Sutras, how it has been naturally commented in this Srimad Bhagavat Purana. So if you read that book, that's more than sufficient to understand the Nyaya part of it, why I should do it. So any questions on this? And as I mentioned, this Bhagavata Purana is Krishna himself. In Dwapara Yuga, Krishna went. Then people were asking sages, what will happen to the Kali Yuga? Krishna said, I will come in the form of book or in the knowledge that is nothing but Bhagavad Purana. So Krishna's bodies, like 2 lotus feet are 2 cantos, and the 3rd, 4th cantos like that. There are 12 cantos in Srimad Bhagavatam. 10th canto is the face of Lord Krishna. So that's why it is very important that Krishna himself come and we will be doing it. Now, going to the next slide to summarize what we have spoke just now, the Shruti, Smrti, Nyaya. There are so much. There are 40,000 slokas are there. Bhagavata Purana itself, 18,000 slokas are there. There are many verses. How much you would read? This lifetime is not sufficient. So what we can do is that from Shruti part of it, I touched a little bit. 2 slokas I've touched it in the Ishopanishad. If some of you remember, you may not remember, but we can redo it again if you want. That's out of 108 Upanishad. This Ishopanishad is the important one. So there are about 18 to 20 mantras. I'm not sure exactly. That we can cover it if anybody is interested in that. The second part of it, the Smriti part of it, is the Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita is like Mahabharata is the Smriti written by the Vyasadeva, but the Bhagavad Gita is that spoken by the Lord himself. So it comes under Shruti because it is not written by Vyasadeva. It is whatever Lord spoke that was written in Mahabharata, but Mahabharata is written by Vyasadeva. So it is both Smriti and Shruti because the Bhagavad Gita portion of it called Shruti. Since it is coming in the Mahabharata, it is called also Shruti. So in somebody wants to learn, if you're not able to learn entire Mahabharata verses, we can just read Bhagavad Gita. That is sufficient to get the essence of the Vedas. So for Shruti, Ishopanishad, for Smriti, Bhagavad Gita is important. For Nyaya, I was telling all the Vedanta Sutras were written in the commentary form for the Srimad Bhagavatam. So anybody who reads the Srimad Bhagavatam, they would understand the essence of the Nyaya. So this is the summary of, I'm trying to conclude for the last 4 weeks while going in detail about various things. But this is the essence. If we can read these 3 books or we can focus our lives based on the teaching of these 3 books are more than sufficient. So any questions, anybody want to put their realization or anybody want to reflect on what I said before I move on to the next one? Because I'm not sure you've understood or you got it. Anyone wants to comment anything or share from the previous session if you have remembered anything, this triggered something in your mind?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, for the Shruti, you said the Ishopanishads, Purnam, Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vishyasate.
Yeah.
This was come from Shruti, and Smrti Bhagavad Gita. So this entire Bhagavad Gita is a Smrti. So we can get to know once we go through Bhagavad Gita. So whole essence of Mahabharata and always yes, full essence of what is Bhagavan has said about how to understand how it's the art of living, the full art of living in Bhagavad Gita. So it is also Smrti as well as Shruti, you said.
Correct.
And Nyaya, yes, this is, you said Bhagavatam, it is complete 12 cantos. If you understand from beginning to end, it will be giving the Sakshatkar of Lord Sri Krishna. So we can understand how to understand Bhagavan through his devotees. So it is a disciples devotional service, why it is required, and how we can attain Sri Lord Sri Krishna, that is about through understanding his devotional service of disciples of Lord Sri Krishna. That's what I understood.
Okay, so and a humble request, today we're going to extend a little bit time, so this 10 minutes it might go off again. Please kindly log in. I will not take time, but 5:15 exactly I will wind up, but I want you to re-log in because there are few important things are coming up. So unfortunately I'm using the free version of Zoom, which has some limitation. It will restart after 10 minutes. Okay, coming to the today's topic. Thank you very much, Prabhu. Today's topic, I was talking about friendship. This was I was talking about. Today we are going to see what is friendship, right? So there are various, just give me a second. So there are various example in the Puranas which we can relate to. A friend in need is a friend indeed. There are just friendship alone, there are various kinds of friendship available. For example, bandhu, a mitra, a sugrut. It's not that we open up to all the friends just like that. There are some casual acquaintance friends. I've just traveled, I got somebody to meet, or I was in the Facebook, I just happened to click somebody's friends I know, but you will not go and open your heart. There are another set of friends. It could be your mother, father, parents, a wife, or a son who is in the relationship or in the mood of a friendship where you would openly heart, right? So mitra is a kind of a social friendship. We just acquainted some friendship, but you know, if some festival function you want to go out, do that. There is a bandhu, means official relationship. It could be a relatives, family, friends. The atma bandhu is there. Atma bandhu is still very close. Any time of problem, anything you come, you rely on them. Then there is another type of friend called sugrut. There is no expectation, without any expectation, right? He would do whatever you wanted it at any point of time. To give an example to understand this kind of friendship is without expectation. In the earthly planet, if somebody want to give closer to that is his mother, she would never compromise anything for the son or daughter to be taken care. She wouldn't know if they'll take care of in the future or not. It is just out of pure love. She would sacrifice the entire life taking care of him or her in the night without sleeping, sacrificing so much things, so much austerity she would take. Anything form of pure love is available in this world. Is Prabhupada says it's closer to that is only the mother's love. So that's what I'm talking about. A friend who is without any return, who can do that. Now, can somebody give me an example from only in the Mahabharata or Ramayana, any friendship you know, any friendship you come across, or you know only from Mahabharata
Sudama
or
and
Ramayana?
Krishna.
Sorry?
Prabhu, Sudama and Krishna's friendship.
Very good. Sudama and Krishna friendship. Fantastic. What else? There are so many.
Duryodhana
Duryodhana?
and Karna.
Duryodhana and Karna.
Okay, fantastic. Duryodhana and Karna. Who else? We have so many.
Even Krishna and Arjuna, Prabhuji.
Krishna and Arjuna.
Krishna.
Fantastic. Yes, very good. Okay, what else?
Krishna and the Gopalas, Gopa boys.
Okay, Gopa boys. Okay. So most
Like
of
Madhu Mangal.
yes, you covered most of them. I just want to add one Jatayu also. Jatayu and Dasarada Maharaj, they were friends. So you can see what happened is in Arjuna or Duryodhana case, somebody said he sacrificed his life. Even though you know that Kunti Devi before the war, she told, you are the brother of Pandavas, you please come this side. But he said, no, already Karna has given so much. I know even though I'm on the wrong side, I will not give it up for my friend's sake. He gave it his life. And you can see Sudama's story, even though his family is pushing, go and ask something from Krishna because you are your friend, he is a king. He was very, very hesitant, but he just want to meet his friend. Krishna knew the heart. So here Bhuktaram Yagnatapasham Sarvaloga Mageshwaram Sugrutam Sarva Bhutanam Shatpamam Shantim Nyatwamam Shantim Rachiti. Is Sugrudam, the Sugrut word, I've taken it from this Sugrudam. Sugrudam means the well-wisher. So this kind of friends, you don't need to tell him. He would knew already what is the situation of this Brahmana, my friend. He took this chip rice, he was trying to eat, and his palaces, everything is converted into gold. So Krishna is the kind of person who is the Sukrut, means without any expectation, he would do anything for us. Another example you can see from Jatayu, even though his Dasarada friend, he saw when Sita Mai was taken care by Ravana, he didn't just thought, okay, let me catch hold of my life. When Rama comes, I'll inform, or I'll go somewhere else, somebody inform, or at least do something about it. No, he just immediately fought, even though it is old. He knew that he can't win over. He did not wait, okay, Ramana will come and do the final rituals. There was no absolutely expectation. This is my friend's daughter. It is my duty to protect. Let me die. Right? There was absolutely no expectation. At least in Karna's case, you can say there was something, kingdom was given, right? Something was given to him. But here you can see this kind of friendship where he just no expectation, because his friend's daughter, I need to protect it. And Arjuna, Krishna, again, he had a lot of confusions about the war. I'm going to get 1.6 billion people. How do I come out of it? So he gave this knowledge Krishna has given. So another one is the Yoga Shemam Vahamyaham. So this is the famous slogan in the some of the insurance. How many of you have life insurance? Many of you would have. But that life insurance only covers this body. For the soul, there is a different type of insurance which Krishna says. Yoga Shema Mahamyaham. So we're just going to see that in a minute. So to put it in simple, Mitra is just official friend, just sharing or something. Bandhu is the friend which is official, relation, relatives. It's Atma Bandhu is there who are just ready to give something. Okay, and Sugarut is the person who is the ultimate person. So if in his case disconnected, kindly please log in. Another 2 slides, I will complete it, but it is very important. I'm going to take another 10-15 minutes. So most of you might know this story. If you know already, you can participate. Let the other know this story, because some of you would have known this story. So there was a king. He had 4 wives. And all of them were, he was taking care, happily living for a long time. And once he had a very terminal disease, something like a COVID. There is no cure, there is no medicine for them. He called all the Vaidyas, all the main surgeons all over the world. They said there is no cure, you have to die, there is no other option. So then he don't know what to do. So then he called his 4th wife. This 4th wife is very, very, what is a beauty? This wife is more, what is it? Is pet. You have so many children, then will be somebody's really pet, very close. So this 4th wife was so attached. He was so taking care of anything, best thing. If you buy any best cloth or jewels, you will give it to this 4th queen. He will not give it to others. If you find it any costly silk sarees gifted by somebody when he's going for a different yatra, then you get the best jewels, best dress, best food, anything available and the best, he would give it to her. Kind of, she is very, very close, very dear to him, this 4th queen. Then there is a 3rd queen who was really beautiful. She was the Miss Universe, whatever you want to call, Miss World, whoever you call. The Raja takes very pride in taking her to the assembly, or if he goes to Yatra somewhere, or he goes to the next kingdom, he wants to show and see, look at my wife, how she's beautiful. So he would take this 3rd queen always to the people who want to see. So there was a 2nd wife he had. This wife was really, really intelligent. Any problem would come, he would go and talk to her, discuss with her. She would give a very beautiful advice. So who is the 4th one? The 4th one was the most loved person. Who was the 3rd one? 3rd one was the most beautiful lady. The 2nd one is the most intelligent lady. The 1st one, the king had forgotten after marriage. He kind of left it her on own. She never bothered. anything, and he forgotten her, kind of thing. So what happening is, now he was in the bedridden, he can't do anything.